Right, this last kind of limit that we'll look at in this section is called a difference quotient. So we've got a specific function, f of x equals x squared minus 1. We're going to find a limit of f of 3 plus h minus f of 3 over h as h approaches 0. So we can see that if we plug in 0 for both of these, we just get f of 3 minus f of 3, which is 0, over 0. So we've got an indeterminate form, so we've got to plug stuff in and see what we can do. So the limit of f of 3 plus h, so I'm taking this 3 plus h and I'm plugging that in where I used to have an x value. So I've got the limit as h approaches 0 of, so this first function is 3 plus h squared minus 1 minus 3 squared minus 1. So I'm evaluating the function at 3 plus h, and I'm subtracting off the function evaluated at 3, then I'm going to divide by h. So now we've just got some algebra to do. Still got the limit as h approaches 0. So this first guy is 3 squared, which is 9, plus 3h plus another 3h. Do I want to show every step? Sure. Plus h squared minus 1 minus 9 minus 1. We'll just leave it like that. Okay, if I clean this up, I'm still taking the limit as h approaches 0. This first guy, 9 minus 1 is 8, plus 6h plus h squared minus 8 all over h. So I've still got the limit as h approaches 0. 8 minus 8 is 0, so we've got 6h plus h squared over h. This is the nice part, because I can factor in h out. So that leaves me with 6 plus h over h when I factor the h out. Those simplify. Now it's just the limit as h approaches 0 of 6 plus h. And that's just 6 plus 0, so my limit is 6. I'll do one more example that's kind of like that. New function, if f of x equals 2x squared plus 1, we're going to find the limit of f of 2 plus h minus f of 2 all over h as h approaches 0. So we'll evaluate it the same way like we did in the last example. 2 plus h, if I'm evaluating at that, I've got 2 times 2 plus h squared plus 1. That's my first function, minus 2 times 2 squared minus 1, all over h. So if I simplify, I've got 2 times 4 plus, we'll just clean it up a little bit here, 4h plus h squared plus 1 minus 2 squared is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, minus 1 is 7, all over h. Still taking the limit, so I've got 8 plus 8h plus 2h squared plus 1. Okay, oops, my bad. This should be a plus 1, that makes this guy 9 minus 9. So 8 plus 1 is 9, plus 8h plus 2h squared minus 9. 9 minus 9 is 0, so we get the limit of h as h approaches 0, and I'll factor an h out here, of h times 8 plus 2h over h. The h's simplify. Got the limit as h approaches 0 of 8 plus 2h. If I evaluate this at 0, I get 8 plus 2 times 0, which is just 8.